Introduction: Navigators of the Ancient World. The Phoenicians, an ancient Semitic-speaking people, thrived along the narrow coastal region of what is now Lebanon, parts of Syria, and northern Israel. Flourishing between 1500 BCE and 300 BCE, they were renowned for their exceptional seafaring skills, extensive trade networks, and cultural innovations that shaped Mediterranean history. Unlike centralized empires, the Phoenicians organized themselves into independent city-states, most notably Tyre, Sidon, and Byblos, each contributing uniquely to the collective identity and influence of their civilization. Their role as middlemen of trade, culture, and technology earned them both respect and rivalry in the ancient world. Origins and early development. The Phoenicians' roots can be traced back to the Canaanites of the Bronze Age. As coastal inhabitants, they harnessed their geographic advantages to develop prosperous port cities that thrived on maritime commerce. The narrow strip of land between the Lebanon Mountains and the Mediterranean Sea compelled them toward naval exploration. By the early 2nd millennium BCE, these city-states had established networks that connected the Levant to Egypt, Mesopotamia, and beyond. The abundant resources of the region, particularly the prized Lebanese cedar, were integral to both local use and foreign trade, setting the stage for the Phoenicians' rise as master shipbuilders and traders. Masters of maritime trade and exploration. The Phoenicians were unparalleled in their maritime endeavors. They constructed robust ships equipped with advanced sailing technology that allowed them to navigate treacherous waters with remarkable precision. Their trade networks stretched from the eastern Mediterranean to the Atlantic coasts of Africa and Europe. Evidence suggests that Phoenician sailors may have reached the British Isles to trade for tin, a crucial component for bronze production, and possibly even ventured down the west coast of Africa. Their ships carried commodities such as glassware, textiles dyed with the coveted Tyrian purple, extracted from the murex shellfish, precious metals, and intricately crafted ivory goods. These exchanges not only bolstered their economy, but also facilitated the cultural diffusion that interconnected distant civilizations. Cultural contributions and the invention of the alphabet. One of the Phoenicians' most enduring legacies is the creation of one of the world's earliest alphabets, a revolutionary phonetic system consisting of 22 characters. This innovation vastly simplified writing compared to the complex cuneiform and hieroglyphic systems, making literacy more accessible for merchants and scribes engaged in trade. The Greeks later adapted the Phoenician script, which in turn influenced the Latin alphabet used in modern Western languages. Beyond writing, the Phoenicians excelled in craftsmanship, producing finely worked metal goods, carved ivory artifacts, and exquisite glass products. Their artistry, often blending indigenous styles with those of neighboring cultures, became highly sought after throughout the ancient world. Religion and beliefs. Phoenician spiritual life revolved around a pantheon of deities, with gods such as Baal, lord of storms, Astarte, goddess of fertility and war, and Melkart, patron god of Tyre and protector of seafarers, playing central roles. Temples dedicated to these gods doubled as vital economic and social centers. Religious rites, including offerings and elaborate festivals, underscored the connection between divine favor and prosperity. While some ancient sources allude to controversial practices like child sacrifice, modern archaeology and scholarship continue to debate the accuracy of these accounts, recognizing the potential biases of rival cultures such as the Romans and Greeks. Diplomacy, rivalries, and foreign influence, geographically positioned at the crossroads of ancient empires, the Phoenicians adeptly navigated complex political landscapes. They maintained diplomatic relations with powerful neighbors like Egypt, Assyria, and Persia, often paying tribute to preserve their commercial autonomy. The Assyrian and Babylonian empires exerted significant influence over the region, Yet the Phoenicians' economic value often afforded them a degree of independence. This diplomatic balancing act was epitomized by their cooperative relationship with the Persian Empire, where Phoenician fleets were integral to Persian naval campaigns. However, the rise of Macedonian power under Alexander the Great proved insurmountable. The brutal siege of Tyre in 332 BCE resulted in the city's capture and signaled the decline of Phoenician independence. The rise and fall of Carthage, Phoenicia's legacy abroad. While the Phoenician homeland faced foreign domination, their colonial offspring, Carthage, flourished. Founded by settlers from Tyre around 814 BCE, Carthage grew into a formidable maritime and commercial power, dominating Western Mediterranean trade. Carthaginian explorers, such as Hanno the Navigator, ventured deep along the African coast, further extending Phoenician influence. However, Carthage's prosperity brought it into conflict with Rome, culminating in the Punic Wars. Despite Carthage's early victories, most notably under the brilliant General Hannibal, Rome's eventual triumph in 146 BCE marked the obliteration of Carthaginian power and, by extension, the last major political expression of Phoenician civilization. Rediscovery and modern perspectives. For centuries, much of what was known about the Phoenicians came from the writings of their rivals, particularly the Greeks and Romans, who often depicted them through a lens of cultural superiority and suspicion. Modern archaeology has dramatically reshaped this narrative. Excavations of Phoenician settlements, shipwrecks, and necropolises have revealed a civilization marked by technological ingenuity, vibrant artistry, and expansive global connections. Recent advances in underwater archaeology have uncovered ancient harbors and submerged ships, shedding new light on the sophistication of Phoenician maritime technology. Contemporary Lebanon and other regions with Phoenician heritage have embraced this legacy, promoting cultural pride and scholarly research into their ancient past. Conclusion: Navigators of civilization's pathways. The Phoenicians were not merely traders or sailors, they were architects of an interconnected ancient world whose influence reverberates through modern languages, technologies, and cultures. Their pioneering spirit, reflected in their daring voyages and groundbreaking inventions like the alphabet, underscores their pivotal role in human history. While their political structures have long since crumbled, the enduring impact of the Phoenicians remains etched into the fabric of civilization. As ongoing research continues to unveil the depths of their achievements, the Phoenicians emerge not just as navigators of seas, but as navigators of human progress and cultural exchange.